Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. So this is going to be preparation day number 2. I've got a new transducer for up in the front. Ours was kind of iffy, it would go in and out. So I'm hoping it's just the transducer. This one's dual spectrum and it's supposed to be a little bit quicker when you're moving faster. Supposedly it gets better hits, but we're in a sailboat, so it's not going to really make a huge difference. Got my wire connectors. I've got a few more switches that I'm going to be adding, and then I also have some 12-volt adapter things that I would like to have so I can plug in more than one at a time. As of right now, we just have that one right there, so I'm thinking maybe add one on the wall there, or if I can fit it next to it there on the thing. And then the most important part is we have picked our boat name. I picked Mellow Miles. Miles is my middle name, and Mellow was my favorite cat on the homestead. I don't know if you guys that are just been following along with the sailing videos, if you've ever looked back at the old videos of when I was homesteading. Mellow was a really cool cat. He would ride around on my shoulder, and we'd go around and do all sorts of stuff around the homestead, like get maple syrup and all sorts of stuff. It was like a little parrot cat on your shoulder. It was cool. So, Mellow Miles is the name that came to me when I was thinking about it. You got to give it a little bit, and the boat will tell you what its name wants to be. And she spoke to me, and she said, Mellow Miles. So, and then I got a new stainless steel half-gallon water bottle. That'll be nice. You don't have to worry about breaking it or anything. And then we brought our 18650 or whatever type of battery charger, so I can try that out with the inverter. I've never tried it before. I've always just brought them home, and then I'll be able to charge my Roku remote batteries for the TV, or my yellow bug light that you guys have probably seen in previous videos, or any of the flashlights or anything that we have here on the boat. So we'll head out with doing the transducer first. The previous owner put it up here, and his reasoning was because this is the front of the boat, and if you're going to hit something, you want to know when it's getting shallow there first, and I agreed with him. These were not the stock hatch, what would you call this? Not hatch doors, storage compartment doors. I ended up making these to replace the old teak ones that rotted out. This is marine plywood, and then I did a couple coats of epoxy. So we'll look down here. That front one is the transducer we'll be using. That back one doesn't work anymore. The boat's in the water right now, so I can't take it out, but when we get it home before we head on the trip, I'll be removing it. And I have, where is it here? I have a plug that screws into the top, and I'm going to actually epoxy it in just to be safe, so I don't ever have to worry about it popping out or anything while we're on our trip. And then when I get back, I can end up cutting it out, and if I have to, epoxy the hole in the bottom of the boat and get it all fixed up. So what we're going to do is remove the old one there, but the hard part is going to be doing the wiring here, because you have to get it through there. So I'm thinking I can pull the other one a little bit, and then when I need to, I can have enough slack and I'll pull it back the other way. This is all the wire for that other one that we don't use. I can just cut that. And then so I'll pull this a little ways this way, and then there'll be enough slack, hopefully, that I can pull the new one attached to this wire through and under the sink up here by the head. Because otherwise I'm not really too sure how easy it's gonna be to do. These ones I have not redone yet. there's the wire there, and then it goes back, and then there's an extender, and it shoots up through the wheel pedestal and to where we have the Humminbird chart plotter on the wheel. So I think to test it, maybe just to see if it's like the extension cord or the transducer that's messed up, I think I'm gonna get the new one, and I'm just gonna run the cord right now inside the boat up here and back to where the extension is to make sure that it's the transducer and not just that extension cable part, because I have read online too that that's a possibility. So let's get this bad boy out. This is the Humminbird in-hull dual spectrum chirp transducer. Chirp 2D sonar, high frequency beam, and wide cone angle. Sonar chirp range 150 to 220 kilohertz. I'm going to pause the video because I cannot get this open one-handed. Alright, we are back. So, let's open her up and see what we have. It definitely looks different than the stock one there. It looks a little smaller. Or, let's pull it up and see. Alright, so my sweat dripped and I accidentally stopped the video, and they do look pretty much identical. So it's not that. We have the new one pushed down in, and then we ran the 20-foot extension here. And we're gonna go back to down here where the extension comes from up, and the helm and the steering wheel. So I'm gonna unplug, that's the old one, and then we'll plug in the new one and we'll go test it out. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Alright, we have the new one nice and connected. So now we'll go up and see if it works, and if it's actually this extension cord that's messed up, or if it's the transducer up there that was the problem. Alright, I already have it turned on. See if we can get rid of some of that. Okay, connected transducer. High wide chirp, I believe, is what we have. So we go to exit. Alright, what's it doing? Well, the GPS locked in, but it's saying we're in 1,500 feet of water, so I don't think that's working correctly. Maybe we'll have to go and restore the default. Okay. I don't know what 2D switch fire means. I don't know if it's a high wide chirp or the Humminbird 8320. Humminbird 50. No, I think it's the high wide chirp. We'll try this one. If anybody in the comments below knows, or if anybody out there knows in the comments below, do let me know. There it says 175 to 225. I believe that sounds a little closer to what it said on the package. Let's go down here and see. It says 150 to 220 dual spectrum chirp 2D sonar. So I'm not sure. It might be just the extension cable that's messed up. I'm gonna go and do restore defaults and see what happens. Chirp frequency spectrum. I am definitely gonna have to watch some YouTube videos on this whole thing tonight, is I think what's gonna have to happen. Yeah, I was hoping that would fix it, but I'm pretty sure it's a different kind of transducer than we used to have. So I'm not sure how to set it up, or if it is also just that extension cable that's messed up. So that is kind of a I wonder, I don't think I have enough cable to come up to here in the cockpit and just connect it right to the back. I'm gonna check though. I'll be right back, and if not, I'm gonna reset the chart plotter, and then we'll get on to the next project. Alright everybody, so I'm going to end up just watching some videos on YouTube to see if there's a different way to set up the different transducer with the Hummingbird chart plotter, or if it's just the chart plotter and doesn't work for some reason anymore with the depth finder. If that's the case, we'll have to get another one before we head out. So what our next plan is the name of the boat, Mellow Miles. So my plan is to put it on the side down here where the old one was. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit before I stick it on. I'm tempted to wait maybe, and then we could have some stand on that. While I'm doing it, make sure it's nice and straight. But I'm gonna get out the, flipping the camera there, I'm gonna get out the stuff to scrub the side of the boat. And then I think tomorrow we'll come and we'll put the name on. So, my other thing I was going to just add this up here. So I'll go sideways and just add it right there to the side. But I forgot the multi-tool to cut the hole there. So, we'll have to head back home and get that. So I'm kind of taking inventory of everything, figuring out what I gotta do, what I gotta bring. And the little battery charger works perfect with the inverter. It's enough power, not a problem. It's definitely good news. So we'll be able to charge any of our rechargeable AA, AAA, and 18650 batteries that we have with us. Our headlights, they use 18650 batteries. Ooh, it's flashy because it's a LED. So I have a normal headlight that's white, and then I also have a red one for at night that I used to use for hunting, but I think it'll work real well for night vision sailing. Our MMSI all programmed into our radio after we got it registered online. So then on the back of that there's a distress button, and you can push it, and then it'll supposedly register with the Coast Guard who you are and everything, and you'll be good to go. So everything is coming together. That is preparations day number 2. Sorry that I got everything kind of just everywhere in the boat right now, but I want to get everything that I can fixed and worked on before I head out. I've heard online and read that one of the problems and sinkings of this boat in the past is this coming off of the volcano, tube for the swing keel, and then the boat sinks. So what I'm thinking of doing is, there's normally a rubber piece on there, and then the previous owner put a piece of PVC pipe over that rubber so it's nice and strong. But where it connects down on the bottom, I'm thinking of either doing a light fiberglassing or just siliconing the shit out of it so that it can't pop out. We did a new turning ball before I started kind of making all the YouTube videos about the boat, so that shouldn't be a problem. And the connection point is real nice still, since it's always been in fresh water and painted, so nothing to worry about there. Yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. We got to check out it's supposed to be high frequency dual spectrum wide cone angle, but not able to get it work, so I'll have to try to figure that out. It used to work fine, so I'm thinking it's not that the hull up there is too thick, but it might be. I am not positive if this one is a little different than the stock one that came with the unit. So in the comments below, let me know if you guys have any comments or info about a Humminbird chart plotter and hooking up a through hull transducer, if there's any tips to it. Otherwise, I'm kind of thinking that it might be the Humminbird chart plotter that's actually messed up. Maybe the connection in the back of it. Both ways you can hear the transducer kind of making a chirp sound, so I don't think transducers that are broke, even the other one. So I'll give it a little bit more work, and hopefully over the next couple days we can get it figured out. Otherwise, we'll just get a new, where is it? Right there. Boop, boop. We'll just get a new chart plotter before we head out. Alright, subscribe, it helps us out. And thank you for following along on this journey of mine that's going to be amazing.